I've left it overnight so all the glue's dry. So now we've got our rubber band on the bit of string. If you remember, we left a gap there and a slot. I can push the rubber band through the gap and then hold both sides of it and pull it tight so it goes into the slot. I think that'll hold itself in place now. You could always put a paper clip or something through the loop there to stop it sliding through, but I think that'll do for us. The bit of string, you need to trim it so it's just long enough to go slightly past the end of the axle, but only just. If it's too long, it will get caught up. And I'm just going to put that on there and wrap it round itself so it goes over itself, and that's holding it in place. That little bit of glue that I put on there last night is actually helping me just to hold it in place. It doesn't glue the string in place, it just is a bit tacky, and it's just holding it while I wrap it round. But now we can wind it up. You can see the rubber band stretching. Okay, so we can go and try it. Well, that's a shame. Something just happened off camera which would have been good to capture on camera. I picked the car up by the back wheel, which was rather foolish, and it actually made the glue joint give way on the plastic drinking straw, so that just fell off the back. And I fixed it quite simply. I've just wrapped sticky tape, I don't know if the camera angle will catch it, all the way round, right the way round, 2 layers, so that it can't fall off. So these won't fall off because they're sticky tape in place, but that one came loose, simply because I just picked it up like that, and that put too much strain on the glue joint. When I use hot glue, I always run a little bit of the glue all the way around the outside, so that it's holding the drinking straw in a continuous loop, so it can't just fall off the outside. So that might be a tip, that if you're going to use that sort of glue, you'll need to run some right the way round so that it gives it a little loop to hold it in place. Because I'm quite pleased with that glue. It seems to have dried nicely, and so far, apart from that happening, the rest of it seems to have dried properly. So just a tip, if you're going to use that glue, either run some all the way round so you make little loops to hold it in like that, or run some tape all the way round. Another change, I've put some glue on the back axle here to make a bit of a ridge to help me hold the string in place when I wind it up. Well, I found that actually causes more trouble than it's worth, because it actually grips the string too well, and when the string gets to the end of its run, instead of dropping off, it's staying in place. The axle continues to turn as the car runs forwards. That winds the string up again to the point that it then stops the car going forwards and then unwinds, making the car go backwards. And that's no good at all. So what I've done now is I've drilled a very small hole in there, and I'm going to cut the tip off this toothpick and glue it on there, so I've got a little peg to hook the string onto. So I'm just going to glue that in place now, and we'll use that. Obviously I'll cut it a lot shorter.